Fantasy doesn't always have to be a billion-dollar business. When audiences are so inundated with billboards, trailers, and Comic-Con panels, it's easy to forget that there's an entire world of original and creative cinema out there. Well, we're here to help with a look at the best fantasy movies of 2019 that nobody else is talking about. In an updated take on the King Arthur legend, the kid who would be king follows a young boy named Alex, who stumbles upon the famed sword Excalibur and discovers he's destined to lead a teenage army against the evil sorceress Morgana and her undead minions. A little like Percy Jackson meets Hellboy, the film is written and directed by Joe Cornish, the guy responsible for 2011's Attack the Block. The Kid Who Would Be King may be a reboot of sorts, but it's funny, charming, and engaging for everyone in the family. Plus, it also co-stars Patrick Stewart as Old Merlin. And how awesome is that? The premise of The Headhunter is simple. A man who hunts monsters and takes their heads as trophies sets out to kill the one that took his daughter's life. The Headhunter has all the typical elements required of a fantasy film. There's a great quest on horseback in medieval armor, plenty of orc-like monsters, and some great visuals. But it also packs a serious horror wallop as well. Hold on to your halberd, because this hunter takes no prisoners. Half horror, half fantasy, The Changeover tells the story of Laura Chant, a young woman trying to save her 4-year-old brother from an evil spirit in the guise of a friendly neighborhood man. Of course, since that man is played by the great Timothy Spall, best known as Wormtail in the Harry Potter films, you know he's not nearly as friendly as he seems. A coming-of-age tale with dark, witchy overtones, The Changeover is creepy in all the best ways.
I can smell your fear.
Director Danny Boyle's Yesterday takes place in an alternate reality, where after a global blackout, a struggling musician named Jack wakes up to discover that the Beatles never existed. He still knows their whole songbook by heart, but no one else remembers a single tune. His immediate course of action? Make their music his own. Yesterday is something of a departure for Boyle. It's a little more polished than the rest of his often gritty filmography, with a situation that isn't quite so dire as, say, Trainspotting. But it's a charming change of pace, and one thing is for sure, the film has a killer soundtrack. Aniara tells the story of a group of passengers aboard a giant spaceship on a 3-week voyage from Earth to Mars. After colliding with space debris, it's knocked off course, and hope for reaching its destination dwindles. Based on Harry Martinson's science fiction poem from 1956, Aniara's main focus is less on humanity's survival, and more on humanity's ability to destroy everything around it. The film's co-writer/director Pella Kagerman told Inverse, "I believe that this is exactly what the apocalypse looks like. We are risking Earth to become uninhabitable for us and lots of other species." Fast Color is not your typical superhero film. It's a family drama that's focused on women of color. Gugu Mbatha-Raw plays Ruth, a woman who has spent much of her life running from her abilities.
Our abilities can't fix things. If something's broken, it stays broken.
Now she must try to fix the most important thing, her relationship with her mother and daughter. Mbatha-Raw told Slash Film, "It takes the layers of what it means to be a woman and doesn't simplify any of that. I thought it was really grounded, and I responded to this authenticity of the world. It's a recognizable world. No one is wearing a cape or a suit." There have been plenty of films that have explored the relationship between human and machine throughout the years, but none quite like I Am Mother. Clara Rugard plays a girl who has spent her entire life in the care of a robot named Mother, which was designed to help repopulate the Earth after a war has wiped out humanity. Unexpectedly, she comes into contact with an outsider who claims to know sinister secrets about both the war and Mother. The film's director Grant Sputor told Bloody Disgusting, "If you were examining the DNA of this film, I think you'd find strands of Alien, Terminator, and Moon for sure. Some of that is conscious, some of it isn't." Like Aniara and I Am Mother, High Life is an exploration of a post-Earth era and the people tasked with surviving it. It centers on Monty and his infant daughter, the only two left aboard a prison ship once used to conduct human reproduction experiments. Yes, reproduction experiments. High Life co-writer and director Claire Denis told The Playlist that the erotic thriller is as much about, quote, horny people as it is about prison, saying, "Sexuality, when we're in prison, is an immensely important thing." Starfish takes the end of the world and sets it to music. Aubrey Parker is left alone in her dead best friend's apartment with nothing but a mixtape that might save her. Part horror, part science fiction/fantasy, and part drama, Starfish's many elements come together to create something truly beautiful and wholly unexpected. Oh, and Starfish writer and director A.T. White is donating 100% of his profits from the film to cancer research, giving you yet another great reason to check it out. check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite films are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.